whether you're a Republican or whether you're a Democrat. It's a matter of getting in there into the political party process. And I think a lot of people say, well, gee, you know, that stinks. I don't want to get involved in politics. But if you want to have a real impact on your community, on your nation, I think that's where you have to go, is to the political parties themselves. Most people don't even know about this. I didn't know about it in 2006, you know, so I was pretty old before I even looked into it. That according to Ohio law, political parties are required to operate democratically. They have to operate because there was an election where people were chosen freely to become leaders in that party. Have you heard any advertisements about Democratic Reorganization meeting? Have you seen anything about it? Has it been on TV? Has it been in the newspaper? Are people getting excited about it? I don't think so. Guess why? You know, if you're part of this small clique that's operating things, you don't particularly want a lot more people involved, do you? Why should you? You know, that's a nightmare, having 100 or 200 more people coming in and telling you what to do in your own boat there. So, it's my task between now and February 18th is to try to get as many people informed about this and interested in this as possible. And you know, if you're not a Democrat, maybe you know someone who is a Democrat, and someone who you think who really wants to make a difference in their community and in their nation. And there's no place better to start than at the grassroots level. We need to really reform the Montgomery County Democratic Party, but we also need to reform the Montgomery County Republican Party. And if you don't think so, get in there and see what the Republican Party is doing. Both parties are very anti-democratic with a small d. Both parties actually suppress their own members from participating in primaries. You gotta let that register for a minute. They don't want their own members of their own party to be freely participate in primaries where you're going to... I'd like to change the bylaws in Dayton, Ohio, so that the Democratic Party becomes more democratic. I think it's because I think that's how everybody could benefit. So this is really not a partisan issue. You know, a lot of times all we think about is partisan things. The issue is democracy. The issue is how do we get good government. And we get good government by reforming and revitalizing our political parties. We need to get away. We think of all of our problems as coming from Washington, a special interest, big pharma, big oil, you know, big money, Wall Street. No, it's right here in Kettering. It's right here in Montgomery County. And our opportunity is to have a grassroots movement and a grassroots influence. That's why I'm so glad. What I'm trying to do is get a number of candidates from each precinct. We're lucky always to get one. Like I said last time, I had less than 18% of the precincts, and I think there was only one precinct where it's even a contest. I would like to make this election a contest about ideas. I'm going to make some suggestions to revise the Constitution. At this reorganization meeting, it's just a simple majority for a new Constitution. I think we need a new Constitution in the Montgomery County Democratic Party that will make it more democratic, that will make it so that we have to do more things democratically, and we'll stop doing these sort of endorsements that are very anti-democratic. We need to create the kind of party that is a community of people, not just a small clique of people that work downtown, but a community of people. We have to want to do it. So that's my message for today, and I appreciate you listening to me. Thanks.
What is the person who leads the precinct?
February 18th is, if you're going to get on the ballot, you have to have your name in by February 18th. That's 75 days before the election.
Gotcha.
So what I'm hoping is we'll have lots of people's names on the ballot on February 18th. That list of names will become available, and then we can start talking about, you know, sorting out which of these candidates are going to support changes in the Constitution.